Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, this is one of those really important videos I want your feedback on in the comments field below because, in my personal opinion, we are in the middle of a shift, a perspective shift on the left in the approach to firearms, gun rights, and everything. Now, just to give you a recap from previous experience we've had, when Biden was first elected, this is really important, it was all about the guns are going away. We're going to achieve common sense gun control. That was the big thing. About 5-6 months in, we started to see a tense and a tone change to, well, what's reasonable? Well, we're going to start to go on the offense and attack. We're going to get some executive orders. It was a big tone shift. Well, what we're experiencing right now is another large tone shift. I want to hear from you guys on this one. It's all linked below because this is incredibly important when you coincide it with the elections coming up. Check this out. I'm going to show you everything because sometimes it's not what you hear that speaks the loudest. Sometimes it's what you don't hear. Now I'm going to do a quick read from our sponsor and then we're going to hit it, and I want you guys to watch this whole video because this is really important. Have you ever wanted to learn more about gunsmithing, firearms repair, or shooting sports management? Enroll in one of SDI's online programs or courses to take your hobby to the next level. Payment plans and funding options are available. Check out the link in the description box below and visit sdi.edu for more information. And thank you to SDI for making this video possible. Alright, so guys, I'm going to lay this out as best I can, but please watch this because it's important. I want to make sure I land this plane with you guys. I'm going to show you an article, and there's 5 perspectives from 5 gun violence experts, and listen to what you don't hear. Check this out. All right. The gun violence epidemic feels hopeless. These 5 experts have possible solutions. This is from today. Now, coincide this with 2 or 3 other videos I've done over the last week, week and a half. They're all about responsibility, not around guns and gun control. Check this out, because it's starting to shift. Here's the setup. The violence added to the year's growing toll of mass shootings in the U.S., which stood at 154 as of Sunday morning, according to the Gun Violence Archive. Well, we've already debunked the Gun Violence Archive. They don't take into consideration any type of crime, anything. It's just the fact gun went off, someone was hit. That's it. The archive and CNN define a mass shooting as an incident in which 4 or more people are shot, not including the shooter. That's not important right now. Here's the first person. I'm going to run through these pretty quick, and then I'm going to get my point. Cedric Huntley, the Nonviolence Institute. Now keep in mind, this is about not being hopeless on gun control. Cedric Huntley, Executive Director of the Nonviolence Institute in Rhode Island, which has worked with police and activists for decades to offer training aimed at stemming gang violence and retaliatory shootings, said there's no room for despair in the fight against guns, police, violence interrupters. Alex Kotlowitz, journalist and author. Check what they said. Quote, the street violence that we see in our cities, the vast majority of it happens in deeply distressed neighborhoods, centralized, focused problem area, not generic across the board. Quote, that's no coincidence. We've got to recommit ourselves to finding ways to fortify and rebuild these communities. All the obvious things which affordable housing, accessible healthcare, better schools, community centers. That's the part that drives me crazy. All the things we already know, but we're unable or unwilling to address it in a really robust manner. Building community and infrastructure. Okay, that's 2. Rafael Mengual, Manhattan Institute. A senior fellow and head of research for the Policing and Public Safety Initiative at the conservative Manhattan Institute think tank, said the declining number of police officers on the streets is an obstacle to combating rising homicides and shootings in America. Policing. Okay, let's keep going. Here comes Thomas Apt from the Council on Criminal Justice. The group recommends that cities conduct robust reviews of shooting and incident reports and intelligence gathering by law enforcement to identify hotspots with the most violence. Again, focused on the problem, not the generic. It's not about guns, it's about the problem area. Okay? That's number 4. Here's number 5. This is from a gun control group. Johns Hopkins is a gun control group. Daniel Webster, Johns Hopkins Center for Gun Violence Solutions. This is run by Bloomberg, or funded at least. Co-director of the Johns Hopkins Center for Gun Violence Solutions, agrees that community violence intervention is a complement, not a substitute, to good policing. Violence interruption, more policing. Check this out. What else he said? And in communities where guns are so readily available, Webster said it's hard to fathom a response that doesn't involve armed law enforcement. So there goes the psychologists, there goes the social workers. What I just showed you was 5 different opinions that were touted as the solution for the gun violence epidemic in the United States. Not one time did any one of them say anything about gun control, gun confiscation, common sense gun legislation, common sense gun control. Nothing. Does that mean that CNN all of a sudden goes, oh, I've seen the light. The Second Amendment is essential to our freedoms and liberties? No, could not be more wrong. The midterms is right around the corner, but the reason that I'm bringing this up, this is not the first time. We watch trends and we watch for the why on this channel. Everything that we're seeing is for a reason. We've got multiple different articles within the last week and a half that we've documented on this channel that is going away from gun control and into community resource situations, more policing, all the things that make more sense to a mainstream, middle-of-the-road audience. This is a tone shift because they've lost the initiative and they are going into the mainstream to try to get more voters to their side and appeal to a more broad audience. Because when they went through this before, remember, Biden got elected, far left, extreme push. Biden started losing power. We went right in the middle, kind of wishy-washy in attack and aggression. And now we're going middle of the road. This is really important to document because as we do this, we can see them for what they are, manipulative. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if I landed that plane correctly, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.